How to become rich? Is there a secret? Is there something that we need to know that the 5%, the 1% hasn't told us? That's what I'm talking about right now. What's going on, you guys? It's Felicia here from Valuable Referral, aka Valuable Mindset, and all I do on this channel is refer value to an entrepreneur to help them win. So you want to know how to get rich? Guess what? Somebody would have told me this. I'm pretty sure as a teen I probably would have not even paid attention to it, because guess what? I was a hard-headed kid. That's just what it is. And I'm pretty sure if you think about your past, you can be like, yeah, I probably wouldn't have believed it if I would have, somebody would have told me that. But you're here now, and that's what you want to know. So I have 6 tips on what the wealthy, like, what is their traits? Is it in their DNA? Like, can anybody do it? Yes. And number 1, rich people think big. Meaning they don't let their past dictate where they're going. They can do something today. Tomorrow they'll wake up and guess what? Today is over with. They're thinking forward. You know, I'm not giving the excuse to just do anything you want to do to a person and then say, well, today's a new day. No. What I'm saying is that you don't let your past, whatever you've done, dictate where you're going. So if you spent jail time, and there's so many celebrities who actually had spent jail time before, that's celebrities now. People actually are in their presence and they like worship them. I'm not saying that that's something that you particularly want, but at the same time it's like they have fan base now because they didn't let what they did in the past. I mean, Mark Wahlberg was a kid that I forgot what crime, or I think he was a thief, and he wanted to come and speak to the children, and they told him no. He didn't sweat it. You know, they're the one that was stuck in the past. I mean, he was Mark Wahlberg. I mean, all he did was just create another movie, another big movie, which was Transformers, that somebody else slipped as far as in the lead role. I won't say who, but anyway. So number 1, you want to think big. And there was a guy named Brian Tracy, and he said something that really resonated with me. It's something called zero-based thinking, which means that if you was to start today or tomorrow and you just erase your past, anything negative that people would know you by or know you as or whatever the case is, and you was to start just completely fresh, what would you do? How would you think? How would you act? Would you hang around the same people? Would you get the same spouse? What would you do to go further in life? And then when you realize what you should do to go further in life, why aren't you doing it now? Because guess what? No matter where you started at, Colonel Sanders, I mean, dear God, I mean, he basically tried everything in the past. He even got shot at one time just to open a chicken joint. And at 65, he made it happen. The man lived to about 91, 92, around there. So he had years on his life. Even though he started late, he had years to actually see the fruit of his labor. So number 1, you definitely want to think big. Number 2, you simply just want to be a person of value. Here's what I mean. I know you hear a lot of people say, well, you have to have value, you have to give value. Check this out. There was a locksmith, and he was new to the whole environment, and he got a client, and it took him 2 hours to actually jimmy a lock. After he played with the lock, they said, okay, all right, finally got your locks open, Miss whatever, $250. Okay, no problem. They paid him $250. It took him 2 hours now to open that lock. As time went on, he got better and better and better opening locks, because that's what you do. You get better when you do something every day. He started charging the same amount. People will say, hey, is this a trick? Because I called you, came here, and then I told you I couldn't get my lock open, and abracadabra, you fixed it in 5 minutes, and you charged me $250 for it? He said, yes, because I'm not paid for my time, I'm paid for my value. That's the mindset you want to have. Poor people exchange time for money. Rich people exchange value for money. So just ditch that whole, oh, I gotta go in for overtime. Do what you have to do. Don't let me stop you. Do what you have to do to get better. But hear what I'm saying. When you want to actually progress and actually go into the entrepreneurship and leadership business, you have to leverage your value. So number 2, have value in the marketplace. Number 3, quality of your life is based on the quality of your communication. Tony Robbins said that, and what he meant was what you tell yourself is very important, because what you tell yourself is how you act. But not only that, you can tell yourself one thing, but also you can actually act or tell you or talk to people in two different ways, meaning that you can be telling yourself all this positivity, all this stuff, and get it in your head, but it never really communicates to another person that you're trying to do business with, and that can be a damaging thing. For instance, have you ever walked in a place and you were just standing there and you were waiting for somebody to tell you, hey, may I help you? You know, you just didn't want to wander around and stuff like that. They might think you're stealing, and they're looking at you like, are you going to say something, as if you're not the customer that just walked in? You know, for that fact, most people have walked out that could have made a sale to the company or to them, but because they couldn't communicate with their customers, they lost money. And if you're a person in the business of losing money, this video is simply not for you. This is a video of quality as well as wealth. So I'm trying to show you how the rich people communicate, and they communicate through service. If I can break that down, is how they communicate through with their customers. And you know, I've been in plenty of stores, fast food being number one of the worst customer service ever. And it's just because they don't know how to communicate with people. You know, people are coming from home, people come from work, you know, people have to go back to work, and it's like, when with an attitude, it's like, okay, I know collectively we are paying your salary. Can you get it together? Because just like you don't like your job, we don't like the job we're going back to. How do you communicate? Definitely number 3. Number 4, have laser targeted focus. When I started the entrepreneurship journey, I started in e-commerce, I started in sales funnels, I started in, you name it, I started in. And not taking away from the courses, because I had a lot of great teachers to teach me exactly what I had to do. You know, and then, you know, the one thing that they tell you not to do that we all did is don't skip past chapter 1 and go to chapter 5, because you'll miss something. And what we did, we went to chapter 5. Laser target focus is what you want to have, because when you spread yourself too thin, nothing works. Number 5, speed is king, and what that simply means is the jack of all trades is simply a master of none. Mark Cuban said this. He said, the enemy of profitability is perfection. And that simply means if you want everything to be perfect, it's never going to be, and you won't get anything done. You want to be a person that actually puts your content out there. You'll perfect it as time goes on, and let your audience tell you what they don't like and what they do like. Because what it is that while you're trying to be perfect, somebody's out there that's really interested in and really needs what it is that you bring to the universe, what it is you bring to earth, and just they want to know who you are, what kind of content you can create, and how it helps them. And then let your audience say yay or nay. Because that's one of the biggest things. You might say, okay, well, I got an offer to put out there, but I'm not going to put it out until it's perfect. And then you put it out there and then nothing comes back, and you wonder why it doesn't work. Because you're trying to be a perfectionist so much that now your audience is like, I don't want that. There's nothing I wanted. So you want to, in a sense, survey your clientele. I'm not saying that the quality has to be poor, because there's two different versions of quality versus perfectionist. You want to be a person that just simply has the quality, that throws it out there, and let your audience tell you what it is that they like or not. And lastly, you want to have daily rituals. What do you do every single day? Are you focusing on your business? Are you focusing on, what do you focus on? What you do on a daily basis is what actually creates in your life. So if you're a person that like dabbles here and there, that's what's going to come back to you. And I know you might think that this sounds like a whole bunch of hoopla, but do it. Kobe Bryant didn't become a great basketball player for just dabbling. He spent hours and hours in the gym to when he kind of stepped on the court, everything looked effortless. Because what you do in the dark, people will see in the light. And they will see in the light if you're basically just not doing what you're supposed to be doing. Because they'll say, okay, well, you're good over here, but you suck over here. Because what you're doing in the dark is you're not focusing on what you suck on. So do something daily that benefits you, benefits your life, benefits your family, that can benefit your family as a whole, and do it every single day. Tony Robbins, Bill Gates, maybe Mark Wahlberg, Mark Zuckerberg, so many rich people, Oprah Winfrey, they have daily habits. What they do in the morning. The Rock, he goes to the gym 4 o'clock in the morning. What most people are asleep. I know I'm asleep. You know, he goes and he's working out 2-3 times a day consistently. So when that person that goes to the gym at 11, he already been to the gym twice. And look at his body. So what you do on a daily basis will come to pass. And that's all I got. If you guys like the video, like, comment, share, and I do these videos for one reason only, because you guys are worth it. See you in the next video.